and he did so with a heavy hand. Sir Lyndon also had an authoritarian streak, and it's quite clear that he led the PLP. You had to, the whole question of why Cecil and the others had the break was they disagreed. And so you remember Sir Lyndon's speech, if you can't fish, you cut bait, or else you get out the boat. And Cecil and the others said that they get out the boat, but they objected to that style of leadership. Unfortunately, Cecil himself showed the same kind of style of leadership in the way he organized his political associates. He was in charge. And we had the tradition of charismatic leaders who used the authority, who are really in charge of the ship. Mr. Ingram came and brought that to he epitomized that style of leadership in which he was in charge and he called the shots. And that Mr. Christie presented outwardly a different style, that is a consultative style of leadership. But it is a consultative style that defers to the leader. So it still leaves the balance of power in the hands of the leader. So in our history, the four political leaders that I have seen in my generation were not what I would call they haven't given for me the leadership that shows the emphasis that the Pope speaks about, working for the common good. That they carried on a system. I think with each step we move forward, more and more people benefited. But to a large extent, thousands of Bahamians have been left behind. That we still have to produce a leadership that focuses on working for the common good, that enables all Bahamians of every walk of life to benefit.
But there are certain contradictions in my mind in what you just said, because when I interviewed Sir Lyndon 2 or 3 years before he passed, and I asked him what was his greatest contribution to this country, he thought that the introduction of national insurance that would affect, that would benefit